Good morning, Highland. We are back for another day of Mrs. Dishman's English class. We are going to begin reading in Stuck in Neutral. We are on chapter 9. A reminder that the book begins with Dad's poem about Sean, each chapter. So this first part is the poem that Dad wrote that he became famous for regarding Sean and how his condition has affected the whole family. Inside my chest, where my heart should be, a ghost bird is flying into a terrible wind, a frozen winter wind, and its eye is covered in ice, and it has no voice, and it is fading out of itself, falling and falling. Cindy's sleepovers with her girlfriends are one of the few places where invisibility has advantages. Being a total retard and not being able to communicate has presented certain drawbacks when it comes to securing a close, intimate relationship with a girl. Okay, you might want to add a couple of vocab words there. You might want to add drawback, and you might want to add intimate. So page 53, two new vocab words, drawbacks and intimate. In fact, in case you couldn't figure this one out on your own, it's made it completely impossible. Nope, I'm never going to score with the ladies. That's for sure. But like I said, invisibility has some advantages. After a little while of being with me, people begin to forget that I'm there. First, they look past me and then around me and eventually right through me, and I become invisible. However, every dark cloud, as they say, you wouldn't believe the stuff teenage girls talk about when they think that no guys are around to hear, and because I can't tattle, and because they think that I'm a vegetable anyway, they don't think of me as a guy. Actually, I'm pretty sure they don't think of me much at all. Okay, you might even want to add vegetable to your vocab there, because vegetable doesn't really mean what you think it means in this situation. There they are, bouncing around in their bras and their panties and changing clothes right in front of me and in the family room. Not really right in front of me, but from where my wheelchair is parked, near the window in the kitchen, where my eyes happen to turn that direction, I have a perfect view into the family room. Our big screen TV, the CD player, and the stereo, and a couple of big couches are in there. So that's the room where Cindy and her friends usually camp out for the night. The way our house is set up, although I'm in a different room altogether, I'm only about 15 feet away from them, and I can hear all of their most private, softly whispered secrets, and when my eyes are willing, I can watch them. Okay, so let's add some new facts. What do we know here? What are some new things? People kind of forget that Sean is around. Cindy has sleepovers, and they sleep in the family room. Sean likes it when the girls show up. He likes that they forget about him. Okay, page 55, we're going to continue. Tonight, Cindy has a new friend over for the first time. She's come for a sleepover. Most of Cindy's friends are pretty cute, but none come close to being as pretty as this girl is. She is tall, she has blondish brown hair, and an amazingly attractive body. Her face looks like one of those women in Maxfield Parrish's paintings. Mom has a couple of prints in her room. God, she's beautiful. When people first meet me, they usually do their Annie Sullivan meeting Helen Keller in the Miracle Worker routine. Hi, Sean. Nice to meet you. My name is Allie Williamson. How are you? For some reason, people always speak real slowly and real loudly when they're introduced to me. Usually it bugs me. Not with Allie Williamson, though. She is so perfect. Cindy says, he doesn't talk. Allie answers, oh well, does he understand? Does he know what I'm saying? Cindy says, not really. Allie turns back to me. Hi, Sean. Hi anyway, Sean. Have a nice day. Looking at Allie, listening to her, my stomach aches and is warm and safe all at once, and my palms are sweaty, and my chest and my heart, all of my insides feel hot and tingling. I won't even start to describe some of the other parts of my body, other than to say that I feel better than I've ever felt. I feel dizzy. 2 hours pass and I'm in bed in my room thinking about girls in general and Allie Williamson in particular. My bed is an oversized crib with wooden rails to keep me from falling out onto the ground. I can't hear Cindy or Allie talking anymore and the TV is silent, so I'm pretty sure they are already asleep in the family room. It feels late. The whole house is quiet. A soft breeze blows some branches against my window, and even in the darkness I can see my room. Above my head are cardboard African animal mobile hangings over my bed. This stimulation piece was installed before I could remember anything, which means before I turned 4. My dad may have put it there. How many times have I looked up at that giraffe, tiger, lion, parrot, zebra, and hippopotamus? How many times? Well, to give you some idea, the giraffe has a total of 76 spots on his body, from the tip of his ears to the bottom of his hooves, and the zebra 38 stripes, and the tiger 23. The lion shows 6 teeth and has 122 visible brushstrokes making up the long tan hairs in his mane. The hippo shows only 8 teeth in his huge gaping mouth. The little bird perched on the hippo's butt has 4 yellow-tipped feathers on its wing. I could go on. Okay, there are a whole bunch of facts there that if you are short on facts and you need a few, you could add some of those. Sean has looked at the mobile so much, he knows the number of all the body parts. And you could be specific about that. The lion has 6 teeth, whatever. If you need the facts, add those. The point is that I put in a lot of lying here staring at the mobile time in my life. Even through the dark, I can see all the mobile's features. Finally, unable to hold off any longer, I feel myself starting to drift toward sleep. My bedroom, despite being black already, turns dark still. The room begins to swallow me like it does every night. My immobile mobile hangs in the stillness, and my plastic foot brace jobbies that I wear to keep my feet and ankles less spazzed out lie on the floor. Soon all the room and everything in it fades into darkness, and as sleep takes me, I begin to dream. In my dream, I take a deep breath, and I have a complete control of my body. It's similar to the feeling that I have when I'm in a seizure. I dream about Allie. I'm alone with her, and we begin to kiss. It feels great. Even though we don't know each other, somehow we're in love. I wonder where we are. The room doesn't seem familiar. I think about where I'd like to be, and an instant later, we are sitting on top of the Space Needle in downtown Seattle, 600 feet above the city. Our legs dangle over the side. We face east, looking out past the hills leading up the mountains. The sun is rising over the tallest peak of the Cascades. The horizon, the huge length of it, is blazing in pink, red, and orange. The mountains look purple and blue, and the snow tinted by the colors. There is such a huge feeling to this sunrise, like all the universe spreads out from the light, and the entire universe looks back toward it. God, this is beautiful, Allie says. We sit holding each other. The morning's first light covering us. Allie whispers again, "It's so beautiful." "I love you," I say to Allie. She is the first girl that I've ever said these words to, and even though I am only a kid, even though I'm young and inexperienced, and I know it would sound stupid and corny, I almost add, "Darling." "I love you too," Allie whispers back. Then she pulls herself close to me, and it feels as though we are blending together. I can't tell where I end and she begins, and then Allie says, "I love you, my darling." Suddenly, even though I know that I am only dreaming, I feel so loving. I feel so loved that I begin to cry. When I wake up, there is a fly on my face. I can feel its tiny feet moving across my cheek. It is looking up my nose. Every few moments, its wings lift it off of me, and I think it's going to go away, but quickly it returns. Of course, there is nothing I can do about it, and I can't move my head or my hands to shake it off or swat it. I can't holler for help. This has happened a lot of times before, and I really hate it. All I can do is lie here and try to think other thoughts. I focus on last night. I can't remember exactly how or when my dream of being with Allie ended. I had started to cry, dream crying, not real tears. She had held me close to her in dream holding, not our real bodies. The next thing I knew, it was morning, and I was waking up in my bed, real self, real body, real breathing, and I was lying here quietly relaxed and fantasizing when this fly arrived. As it rises from me, I can see its bulbous blue eyes. Hear the annoying, torturous buzz of its wings. Okay, 2 things right there. We're going to add bulbous to our vocab. Bulbous means bulging. Okay, so this fly has bulbous or bulging eyes. Okay, and I want to ask you again, I've asked you 2 or 3 times, what is that literary device that the author uses when he uses sounds, such as buzz of its wings? Okay, for those of you that knew it right away, it's onomatopoeia, and we've talked about it 3 or 4 times. So when the author uses those sounds, they're trying to catch your attention with that device. We're using those sounds. Okay, page 59. Then I feel it land again, crossing my face, over my cheek, onto my lips, pausing at the corner of my mouth. Is it feeding, laying eggs? Soon it wanders up into my eye. I blink, an involuntarily but appreciated reflex. Okay, so he is able to blink. That's a fact that we could add. A fly keeps landing on him and it annoys him. That's a fact we could add. What else could we add about Allie Williamson? Could we add that Cindy has a sleepover and he meets Allie Williamson for the first time and he has a crush on her? I think maybe we could. Okay, page 59. Dreaming about Allie and about being with her was wonderful. Before last night, when I'd think about Dad killing me, my fears were based on what I guess everybody fears about death. Just not knowing what's coming next. Before last night, I only